3 months have passed since season 6. We are caught up with the girls in the premiere episode of season 7. And now I'm just sitting here wondering which of the new boyfriends is the best boyfriend. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. And as I mentioned, we're talking about the boyfriends in this one. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my sisters' content and conversations. Y'all, let's go ahead and talk about Rich, Tony, and Jordan. Because they all gave different vibes, different flavor. Tony surprised me the most in the premiere episode because I didn't know he had that much depth to him. So you wasn't just stalking Danni just to be stalking Danni. You wasn't just listening just to be listening. You was listening to apply the information and now give it back to her in a way that she can actually use by pushing her to go to therapy and process whatever PTSD she's experiencing currently due to the multiple traumas that she's experienced in her life. Traumas which she clearly has not disclosed to you because you could have been able to speak upon them because you go to therapy. But she didn't even know that you go to therapy because y'all ain't been talking about that in the last 3 months either. I guess y'all just been banging y'all brains out. But you know what? I'm just glad we're here. I'm just glad we're here because this is a great place to be for the Daniella character. At the bottom of a mountain that is going to be her going to therapy and processing her past. That can be a ridiculously hard feat. It is something that people who live and die and never do because they are too afraid, because they are too worried, because they are too overwhelmed with the negative emotions that come with looking at yourself for who you were, what you did, what you accepted, how you might have been victimized, all of the things. So I ain't gonna hold you. Tony definitely bumped up a couple rings in this whole race just by him being a proponent and a pusher for therapy and him identifying like, look, babe, you have a pattern. You are waking up consistently in the middle of the nights. We are doing just fine. We are cuddling, snuggled up, nice and warm. And then you are being shaken out of your sleep because of these nightmares. You are not telling me what's happening in these nightmares. I'm your man. I want to help you. But if I don't know what's happening in the nightmares, if I don't know what past you have, and you can't be vulnerable with me, then we need to find someone for you to be vulnerable with because this is not normal. This is not okay. And this can be rectified. Listen. When I say I want reciprocity in a relationship, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a man that comes to the table with some plans, with some resources, with some insight, with some wisdom, and with true care and concern for their partner. And not just for her vagina, not just for her titties, not just for her face. For her mind, for her spirit, for her heart. Love this. Tony is definitely up there. So we're going to come back. Let's go over to Jordan, who's the first guy that we get to see in the first episode. I don't believe that they have great chemistry yet on screen. That is Andi and the new Jordan. However, how it's being written, they have clearly physical chemistry that forces them to kiss and touch and do all of the things. Aside from Jordan understanding Andi's history with Gary and, you know, him also knowing Gary's current and history with his sister and having that perspective, it wasn't really clear of how much of Andi's life outside of Gary he knows about. So in all honesty, I feel like that will probably put Jordan at the bottom in reference to ranking for boyfriends. While they look great together, does he have enough grit? Does he have enough, I don't know how else to describe it, but like just rough, you know? Does he have that to stand alongside Andi, defend her, step up for her, step for her, when still navigating, interacting with this toxic ass ex? are you eye candy, or can you point to the areas in Andi's life where she could improve that would make her ultimately a better person? Because she looks stunning. She's a successful attorney. She makes a ton of money, but Andi is also pretty shallow. And I think a great man for her would be one that could provide that balance of adding a little bit more worldliness, a little bit more consciousness to her life, and like bringing her attention to things that do not hold any type of material value, and showing her value in things outside of her looks. And I don't necessarily get that from this Jordan yet. Like I get that he is praising her, loving upon her, telling her that she's great, which is cool. Like, of course, affirm your girl. Of course, like, praise your girl for being awesome in the areas that they're awesome in. However, when I think about partnership, and that's partnership across the board, it could be romantic partnership, platonic partnership, familial partnership. I think about what you add to your quote unquote partner's life. And if all you can add is being a yes person, if all you can add is affirmation, but you can't add the vision that they need to see their blind spots, then you don't rank highly, in my opinion, as a partner. You might as well just be anybody else. So Jordan's at the bottom for me. So where does Rich fall? Mr. Rich, who's trying to bend Sabrina over this desk at the bank. Okay. We love the energy. I ain't gonna hold you. We love the energy. We love the connection. I do think that they have chemistry. So that's cool. However, we know that she almost got fired for them accusing her of robbing this bank. So y'all don't need to be doing any kind of dalliance on the bank premises. Sabrina is here to manage these people's money and go home. Y'all can have sex in the parking lot because she don't need another strike or another look her way to potentially fire her. I am interested to see more about their relationship, because it's clear that they have sexual and physical chemistry. Rich also does the whole affirming her, like talking about how the bank was so wrong for accusing her of robbing it and they should be kissing her ass and all of the things, talking all the good things, like she's beautiful, bringing her flowers, cool. What I am going to be looking for as we see their relationship progress is if he can identify Sabrina's desire to be validated by so many sources outside of herself. I think it could be very tricky with him coming into this relationship and him being a person who has all these affirmations for her, because ultimately that would just be feeding a toxic trait that she has, and needing someone to approve, needing someone to say that she's beautiful for her to believe that she's beautiful, needing someone to say that you should be with this man for her to be with this man. And I wonder if he can identify that would push him up in reference to the rankings of the boyfriends for me, if he can identify that. If he could be a person that sows into her, speaks life over her, affirms her, but also like affirms the fact that she don't actually need anybody else to tell her the things that are just true about her. She's a phenomenal woman, regardless of if anybody recognizes it. She's deserving of love, regardless of if I'm here or if anybody is here. You don't need your friends to co-sign the decisions that you make on life, even though you can go to them and seek counsel and look to receive advice. Like, the empowerment and the affirmation that I want to see Rich bring to this relationship is one that plants the seeds for true confidence to grow in Sabrina, which will place Rich, I guess, in the middle. So not Tony leading the pack right now when it comes to the best boyfriends. For me, y'all, number 1 would be Tony, number 2 would be Rich, and at the bottom would be Jordan. And again, this is just going off of the first episode. Y'all can tell me what you think, who you think is the best boyfriend thus far. And then, of course, we can continue this conversation as the episodes play out, as the season plays out, and as things shift, because we get to see a little bit more. It's your good sis, you let it talk TV with, and I've thoroughly enjoyed unpacking this and having this conversation with y'all. So I appreciate you for being here and for you taking the time to listen. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on conversations like this, because I have new ones every single day with the videos that drop. I would greatly appreciate it if you would like this video, and YouTube thinks that you would love to watch this video next. So go ahead and click it and let's keep this conversation going.